Welcome to a CIS Garden Moment with Miss Rodriguez.
Welcome back to a CIS Garden Moment with Miss Rodriguez. Well, last week we learned how to plant our seeds in eggshells for our garden. But one thing I forgot to mention was please label your seedlings. I would hate for you to lose track of what seedling is which. Well, here are some examples of how you can do that.
Here are two very good examples of how to label your seedlings. Sometimes I use popsicle sticks to label mine. I simply write down the name of the plant using a permanent marker so it doesn't wash away with the rain.
Since we've been gone a while, I've had to plant our seedlings in my garden here at home. Let me show you what that looks like when you're planting with eggshells. You will need to imagine that this eggshell has a seedling in it around this high, and that means it's ready to plant. What you want to do is break up the eggshell in the bottom, releasing the root and allowing the plant to grow through the eggshell with the stem coming up this way and the roots coming out that way. And that's how you'll plant it, and the eggshell will continue to nourish your plant as it's growing. Two things you need to consider when you're planting your seedling is, first of all, how does that particular plant process the sun? And second of all, what type of container will you use? Well, I'm going to show you a list of some of the plants that like the sun and some that like maybe a little bit more shade, and also some examples of the containers you can use or the areas that you can plant in.
It's very important to consider how much sunlight your plant will be needing. Too much sunlight and your plant may get scorched. Too little sunlight and your vegetables may not mature properly. My vegetables this year will require a shady area, so I planted them in the back of my yard next to a big tree. That way they can receive shade during the evening. Once you've decided what to grow, you'll need to determine, is it a plant that grows up, thin, and tall that you can plant together with other plants? Or does it grow wide and viney and require a little bit more space? There are several containers that you can use to plant your garden, or you can use your imagination and create something all on your own. These raised gardens created by using pallets. You might not have a lot of room in your backyard to grow, so consider these other ideas where people have gone vertical, planting up, or even using a fence to plant on. You can even plant on a balcony. Look at these great ideas. On the picture on the right, you can see that your imagination does not have to be limited by your space.
Just as our seedlings process the sun differently and need their own unique environment to grow, so do we process learning differently. Careful planning is always made to determine the classes and electives that you're placed in. So just like our garden, the only thing left to do is grow. Join me again next week. I'll see you then.